Welcome to another Let's Play, everybody. This time we're doing MTV Sports Skateboarding featuring Andy Macdonald. And, oh boy. Yeah, that's how I feel about playing this game. That's how I feel music. Just screaming internally. This game is part of a lineup of games by MTV, in the lineup of MTV Sports. And this is the skateboarding game, essentially. There was also a snowboarding game, there was like a racing game, which nobody cares about, and there was a BMX game. A certain BMX game called TJ11's Ultimate BMX. Anyone who has watched Insane 47 would know all about that game, and how fucking god-awful and clunky and shit it was. I'm willing to debate that this game is somehow fucking worse. But we're gonna worry about that later on. Right now we have some modes like free play, which is just free skates. That's all this is. There's lifestyle, our main mode. Take our skater from rags to riches. I'll be able to even get some photo shoots and such to get all the way to the MTV Stadium. There is also high score mode, which all the high scores in this game are the same, 200,000, and for lifestyle begin all of them done there, but there are more tracks than just lifestyle. We have 2.5 minutes to do them. MTV Hunt, we have to find all the MTV icons before time runs out, and there are also broken skateboard fragments you have to collect, at least 5 of them in each level. Almost all of these are unique levels. Survival, we have, 30 seconds, and we can get more seconds from doing trick combinations and such. The more complex, more time we have. And the longest is always 15 minutes. And there's stunt mode, which we have to follow in the steps of Andy Macdonald himself, doing some fat tricks while going over freeways and bridges, and making some huge transfer, breaking a sweat and such, doing some daredevil stuff. And we'll be going for that last. Right now, though, we're going through lifestyle, in which we're going to be seeing our quote-unquote own characters, our creative characters. I'm going to go ahead and also, just name myself as I am. And as you can see, also, it just ends in 4 numbers, so even if in Seg 47 wanted to play this game, that's how many characters there are, about 6, and also, you can only go up to 4. They didn't even bother wanting to put in more numbers. Great. I'll put in my name, and then we'll move on from there. Our characters to choose from freestyle only, by the way, is Billy J. Jim Bob, who is age 23 and has an okay acceleration. Jason Case, who has okay maneuverability and is age 22 and he's a goofy. Steve Seagal, whose name is a reference, obviously. 19, good balance. Dolph Arton, good rotation, age 20, goofy. Alice Marks, good maneuverability, age 20, goofy, she's a female. Wendy Jones, good balance, age 24, regular, also female. Kevin O'Shea, 25, regular, he has average shitty stats. David Watasi, good acceleration, age 21. Evelyn Stiles, good rotation, age 22. Anna Graham, 18, goofy, shitty stats. And that's it. All the characters are essentially the same, except for just like the one stat they have, which you cannot upgrade any of their stats, by the way. Their stats are just what you're getting. There's no way of gaining more stats. There's no way of changing the stats. And also, everybody has the same outfits. It doesn't matter who you play as, you always start off with these outfits here from the get-go. And you will unlock more outfits as you go through this mode and the other modes. I'm going to go ahead and just go with default outfit. I can also change it to whatever customizable one I want. I can give them whatever top I want, whatever pants I want, whatever shoes I want. I can customize them however I fucking want. There'll be no point though, because as I unlock each outfit, I'm going to show them off each time in their full way. So this custom thing you're seeing right here is the only time I'm ever doing that. And also we have some plain wood boards here, like 2 of them. Then we have plain blue, plain green, plain red. That's it. That's all the boards we get. I'm going to choose the darker plain wood because it looks kind of nicer. And we begin with this fucking mode. We are invited to a low competition at Murphy's Playhouse, our first level, and we have to get a score of 6.0 or higher in order to reach the ladder of skateboarding fame. It's all championships in this mode, and also, you get to choose what songs you want as it loads, or you can just have it play whatever you want, whatever a game wants actually, from the shuffle mode there. So there is that as well. Okay, so we begin. This is the first level of the game. This is essentially what the game will default to as the first map. And as you can see, all I'm doing right now is I'm just going back and forth on a ramp, like 2 ramps here. Because the way this works, as far as I can figure out, is that... Oh, by the way, bailing's very easy in this game. Very fucking easy. Even if you don't do a single fucking thing wrong. This game is very buggy. To be fair, this was released on PC first, but PlayStation was right next to it on the same date and all, so... Yeah, there were no differences I could find in any version. The PC version, PS1, what have you, they were all pretty much the same. So, yeah, unfortunately, this game just does look like this. And I mean... Oh, by the way, I failed this one. Just letting you know that I'm going to end up failing a few times, because even though I wish I could do good in this game, I can't. Oh, by the way, wheelies exist. There are different kinds of manuals. They're useless because, for the most part, this game really cares more about grabs. That's it. That's not a joke. All it cares about is rotation, grabs, maybe a bit of grinding, and just don't bail. And do combos. No? Just do one big combo and you'll be fine. But, yeah, the biggest issue is going to be the bailing, because it is so fucking easy to bail. So here's the thing, the way the controls work is, to do any kind of trick, you press down, up, left, or right on the D-pad, and then you press either the square button for flips, or the circle button for grabs. You can also do that for grinds, and you can also, you know, directional on that shit, you know, up, down, or down, right. You can do any of that shit for different tricks. You can also double tap the button, the D-pad buttons, in order to get more tricks, and that applies to both up, down, left, and right, and also any directional. And that's it. There is no left, right, there is no up, down. There are no specials in this game. In fact, for every directional trick in this game, it's just down, right, and then the button. Are you realizing that I'm saying down, then button, or down, right, then button? Oh, by the way, this is the thing. Perfect variety, perfect average. I kept bailing, so now it's telling me that I have to stay on my board. And as you can see, you only get one run. And it is a championship in that regard. So our goal is to get above the number they always show. A lot of these are going to be 6. They will start increasing. It won't get any higher than 7.5, I think. So, yeah, it's going to be all above average. By the way, here's outfit number 5 by DC Shoe. As you can see, it is the new one. And we did get a new board. We got an actual board instead of this plain shit. Aesthetics logo text. Great. I'm going to use all the outfits and boards throughout this. And this is going to go on for like 2 parts because it's a quick play. So we did well on Murphy's Playhouse. Now we're going to Hovas Plant to get another 6.0 to impress the judges. And this is basically this game's Chicago. Well, I forgot the name of the actual first competition of Pro Skater 1. but this is essentially this game's that. The layout is very similar to that one. It has the bowl there, it has the giant fucking half pipe, has that grind on the left, has some kickers around here. It's a warehouse as well. It is essentially that fucking level from Pro Skater 1 in this game in its own version. And honestly, it's a worse version because some of the layout just sucks. There's not much to really work with outside of the half pipes and such. And you might be noticing that all I'm doing is this shit every time because this game cares more about fucking grabs and spins and shit than it does about any other fucking thing else. So I'm going to go ahead and just tell you about the balancing now. Because you might be noticing that I keep spinning, but I also, you know, am trying to balance too. You do not balance with the D-pad. You would think that's how you balance. That is how every fucking one of these games does balancing. Unless you are a shit game. And, oh, surprise! MTV Sports Skateboarding is a shit fucking game. Guess what the fucking balancing buttons are? That's right, it's the spin buttons. The same buttons I'm holding right now that I just bailed on for the airwalk for a fucking 720 or a 900. Which is the maximum you can fucking get for a spin every fucking time in this game. The spin buttons are how you balance. And you also get different kinds of tricks with the fucking D-pad when it comes to grinding. And the game really wants you to put more variety into your tricks. And also, it thinks you're not gnarly enough. Sometimes. So I'm really using the Aesthetics Racing Team board next in Outfit 6. But as you can fucking see, the problems are already showing up because I just told you that in order to do any kind of balancing, where it's manual or grind, you have to use the fucking spin buttons. And you have to land pretty fucking well when you're spinning too. So, not only do you have to balance your board, you also gotta be careful about not accidentally spinning just a little bit to end up going sideways when you're in the fucking air trying to land. And now we have the local newspaper wanting to do some photography shit here in the flyover level. Not only do I have to get a 6.0, but I also must get 4 photo icons. I've tested it out. There is no point to getting every photo icon in the fucking game. You don't get anything for it. But I will say that getting these photo icons fucking sucks. The game wants you to really look around and maneuver around and find all of these photo icons. To find every single one of these and collect them all. You're spending more time doing this shit than you are spending time even trying to fucking get points. And you are at a much more bigger risk of bailing because of it. There's just nothing good about this one. I fucking hate the photo ones. All I'm going to say to you is as soon as you get the number required, which is 4, and by the way, collecting more will not increase that to 5 out of 4 or whatever, it's going to stay at 4x4 forever. Once you get all the photos you need, which is 4 right now, it will increase eventually. Just focus on beating the high score there, and focus on your grabs and your fucking combos shit. Okay, and your spins too. This shit is by far the most annoying thing in the game. Because there is so much you already gotta get in your head and balance in your fucking head that you shouldn't have to. But now you also gotta worry about getting these photos. If you don't get the photos, you fail anyway. And by the way, this game can be really stingy of shit. And also, the balancing. it will fucking fly when you don't want it to. The best option of handling the balancing is to essentially keep it on one side and just keep pressing a certain spin button in order to keep that going. The issue is that you will more than likely get it in the middle, and if it's in the fucking middle, you are just gonna hurt yourself. You are legitimately going to fucking hurt yourself, because as soon as it's in the middle, you have no idea if it's going to, you know, go back to, you know, the spot it should be, where you're pressing the button for it, or if it's just gonna go to the other side and just fucking fly to the right, or fly to the left. And you will have no time to react in time when you notice it. It just happens, and then you're fucked. And the thing is, you are taking so much time to also just try to get more combo going, to get more shit going. Also, lip tricks exist in this game, they're useless too. If you want to do them for variety's sake, go ahead. See, it's staying as 4x4. But yeah, it's just, the balancing is one of the biggest issues of this game, and it's the one thing you're going to be fighting against the entire game. Alien Workshop Control Panel Outfit 7 are next. The outfits are just, They exist. Sometimes, rarely but sometimes, I will see an outfit that I kind of like. Doesn't really show up much. Like this one right here, I kind of like it. The boards. Some boards, like the Alien Workshop Control Panel one there, I like. Other ones are either bland or shit. And it won't even matter because this is the PS1, you're not going to see them much, and they're going to look very pixelated and crap anyway. Anyway, we're now going to Devil's Ridge, and again, it's 6.0. And if we do this one, we invite to the local finals. There is the local, the regional, and the international championships. Even though every single one of these is a championship. And this is the first level where you're going to be noticing that things are wrong. Because another thing of the game that is bad of it is its map design. And I don't just mean by, you know, how everything's laid out, even though that's also an issue. I mean in how everything works with the map. Let's say that I want to do something like, I don't know, grind a fucking rail from just this ramp here. Sometimes the grind will just not work. And sometimes you'll just fucking bail. There's no reason or rhyme to it, it just fucking happens. See, I was grinding then, I was holding the grind button, it didn't fucking do shit. Another issue with the controls here is that the game is really stupid when it comes to the D-pad. Also, there are gaps. There's no gap checklist. Thank fucking God, because there's no point to getting these, and I don't want to search for them. They're mainly just doing transfers. They're not worth it. Oh, another thing. Transfers. Moving left and right on the ramps. Everything about your velocity in this game is so fucked, I can't tell how much distance I'm actually going to get. If I go straight, I start veering anyway. If I try to turn right on a ramp, I just fucking go nowhere. I go just straight up, and then I just barely go anywhere left or right. Trying to transfer in this game sucks. And also trying to kick out of the ramp sucks. Because the only way you can transfer out of this ramp, the only way to get out of this ramp, is if you don't hold the X button. Because you can jump with the X button, you can hold it, and if you don't hold it, it'll kick you out. But if you're not going fast enough, you can end up bailing on the kick-out. And if you're going too fast, you can end up flying into a wall, and hitting a wall will count as a bail. So here's one of the tricks I was going to talk to you about right now, and that is, if you do a flip trick or a grab or what have you, and then you want to get ready for a grind, and you don't just want to do a 50-50 grind, you want to do like a nose grind or a tail grind or whatever. If you did a trick beforehand, don't fucking bother. Because as soon as you press any of the buttons on the D-pad, it will automatically just do a simple, basic trick. And instead of grinding, it'll be whatever you were doing beforehand. In fact, if you want to do a flip to a grind, you can't. Because if you do a flip trick and you try to press a direction and the circle button, it will only count the direction and you will only do the flip trick. The game will never let you do a grab after a flip trick, and it will never let you do a fucking flip trick after a grab. I'm going to use Alien Workshop Revelation 7 and Outfit 8 next. I'm going to go into Palm Beach too. But yeah, that already, what I'm telling you right now, should tell you everything about how bad this game is getting already, and how much it's already pissing me the fuck off. Now let me give you a positive about this game. Outside of the intro video, where it had a terrible song for that, the fucking shit that I chose, but the Lord Loud song that I chose for the opening for this Let's Play is far fucking better for the intro than whatever fucking song they chose for this game. Out of all the intro songs for all these skateboarding games and shit, the one for this game is honestly the worst to me. However, this game does have some good music. For instance, it has Goldfinger. You know, the Superman guys. It also has System of a Down, and it has Cypress Hill and such. It has some good artists and some good hits. I had to mute all of that because of YouTube. So that positive doesn't exist here. Instead, all we're getting is this. And I wish I had the music so that I can keep that as a positive. But I would get so tired of that because I would have to restart so much just to fucking take care of a lot of these god-awful fucking maps and their bullshit requirements. Because this map here, for instance, the only way you're gonna get any kind of a good score here is, again, using spins, grabs, no bails, and all that shit. There are barely any back and forth bowls for you. There are barely any bowls. There are barely any half pipes. And on the other side, there is another area here. There is a half pipe, but they put a gap in the middle of it. And because of how fucked being in a straight line is for these ramps, more than likely you are going to end up going into the middle area without you even wanting to, and you will fucking die. Also, that can happen where randomly the game just doesn't even try to keep you on the ramp, and so will land you on the very edge of the ramp. Or it will sometimes bail you right as you just touch the top of the ramp. Or sometimes you will just get stuck. Also, I failed because I got not much points going on, even though I was doing a lot of grabs and rotating a lot and such. Because this game is so finicky and so stupid. that even if all I do is grabs and rotation, the game will then tell me, try doing more grabs and rotation. I just fucking can't. And the worst part is that I can't just, you know, rely on one kind of trick. Obviously because scores will decrease. But another thing is that will go against the variety thing. And if I do a certain trick too much, like a 50-50 grind, which is gonna happen because trying to grind normally is a pain in the fucking cock, then, ultimately, I'm gonna get fucked that way. Because there's no fucking way I am ever actually going to even get many variety tricks out of grinds and shit when the grind function's all fucked and when even doing tricks is fucked. Because, I'm bringing it back up, you have to press a direction button and then the button. If you press the square button or the circle button, the triangle button, whatever, and then you press the direction button, nothing happens. You have to press the D-pad first before pressing anything else. And yeah, you just saw it right there. I hit a wall, I lose the fucking thing, and I get a bail, essentially. You can also just bail by landing on a rail. Now, doesn't always happen. There have been rare moments where I can land on a rail, but usually, you will bail if you land on a fucking grind. And then Workshop Spectre Crime and Outfit 90 next. Also, try mixing comments with transfers. Don't. Don't do transfers. Don't ever do transfers in this game. It will not work out for you. It will not be good for you. You will end up bailing more often than not trying to do a fucking transfer in this game because trying to dictate your direction and all in this game is so clunky and wrong, and the transfers look and feel wrong and off, that it's just not fucking worth it. Next up, I am doing the track that is called Crazy George's Skatepark. And it's another photo icon one of a 6.0. You're noticing that all I'm getting is 6.0. Trust me, it will change after this one. And by the way, this one sucks. This is the first where it really starts to show how fucking bad the map design is. Because some of these ramps are gonna get glitchy. Here's a transfer, by the way. That's a transfer. Sometimes they're not actually transfers, even though they are. And this is the only way you're getting any speed, by the way, using ramps. That's the only way you're getting any kind of speed. So yeah. There's so much wrong with this fucking game. In case you're wondering, there's no use to the manuals because you can't just do a trick of the manual and continue it on. No, either you're gonna grind on that shit, or you're not going to fucking get anything more out of this ramp. I mean, as you can see, I am getting quite a bit of score going on, and I am trying so hard to just keep a balance going and not fucking bail. And I'm also trying to do, like, more tricks and shit, but here's the issue, and that is, because of how often games have done balancing with either the D-pad or the analog stick, playing this game is giving me such a bad time of confusion because I want to balance the D-pad. The D-pad will never balance. The only way to balance is to press the spin buttons. I don't want to use the spin buttons. I want to use them for spinning, not for balancing. I am so accustomed to the D-pad being balanced in these games that it being the spin button, R1 and L1, makes no fucking sense. And so I keep getting confused, and sometimes I just end up hitting the D button to balance, and then whoop, it fucking flies away and I bail. And sometimes, I just want to land. You know, I just want to fucking do a grind and then jump off and, land it. Oh, I have to balance the spin buttons. And I just jumped off and I didn't let go of the spin button immediately from jumping. So I just ended up spinning halfway and I just bailed because I landed on my fucking side. Having the balance be the spin buttons is one of the worst fucking decisions this game ever has. Seriously. Also, that variety thing is so fucking picky. Arcade Lotto Free and Alpha Tenor next, with Dodge Skatepark next, great name. But yeah, the variety thing. The game wants you to only do every trick in the game once. Except for spinning. Spinning you can get away with. But every other trick, it wants to do only once. If you keep doing it, it will penalize you. If you bail once, you will be penalized. Also, the dev's fucking logo right there. Also, women. Nice. But yeah. If you don't get big scores in combos, you get penalized. If you don't, keep doing new tricks every fucking second or so, and you try to repeat anything, like a 50-50 grind, you get penalized. If you bail for any fucking reason, even just tapping the wall, even if you haven't done the bail animation, if you tap on a fucking wall and you will bail that way, that counts, you get penalized. By the way, 6.5 now. After about halfway through this fucking mode, we finally have it changing. And this area sucks. Because you start off in an area that's not going to help you much. However, over across the other side, there is something that will help us out. And it is a bowl. To get to it, I have to go across this. There it is. There's another area to my right. There's a lot of areas I'm just not exploring in these levels because it's not worth it. If you explore the level, you will get penalized because you're wasting time when you can be using that time getting scores, doing tricks, and making sure you get a 10 out of 10 if you can. And I have. I didn't get it at all in any of these recordings, but I can confirm to you with screenshots that yes, I did get a perfect score. I did get 10 out of 10s. It is possible. It's just incredibly, in-fucking-credibly picky and finicky as shit. I sincerely fucking hate this game. And the thing is, this game is some people's childhoods. They like this game. And so I have to ask you, do you like Gravity Games Bike too? Because when I play this game, I get Vietnam flashbacks of fucking Gravity Games Bike. That is how bad this game is. It reminds me of one of the worst BMX games of all fucking time. And we're only halfway through this. I'm gonna put in my arcade Quantuminium, and I'm gonna put in my Outfit 11. But I'm not going to Rockers Vert until next time. Because next time, we are completing this first mode. We are completing the lifestyle mode. and we're going to see what we get at the end of all of this. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time for the rest of the lifestyle mode. And I got so much more to say about this game too. See you then.